Rover's getting a new elemental type. That's a fact. And not just any element. I'm talking about fusion here. Yes, the explosion element. The element that screams main character energy and questionable safety regulations. And today, we are going to talk through why the signs are stacking up. Not confirmed, leaked, maybe, not official though, but suspicious enough that my theory brain is working overtime and my wallet is hiding in fear. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? AI voice, go get him.
Thanks, V. First, we need to talk about the upcoming update cycle and why timing matters more than people think. We already know that version 3.2 is approaching, and so far only one new character has been officially revealed. That character is Sigrika. She is expected to be an arrow-aligned character using gauntlets, which is already confirmed through official marketing. That part is not theory. That is locked in. If you want a smarter way to stretch your Lunites and Asterites without feeling like your wallet just lost a boss fight, check out my U7 buy link in the description and pinned comments and use my code VeeDizzy. They're the only top-up site that can deliver your purchase directly using only your UID and server through what they call Trusted Top-Up. No passwords required. No manual do-it-yourself top-ups, just a smooth, worry-free process delivered straight to your account. They handle the top-up securely while you stay in control of your account. U7 Buy has been operating since 2003, and they've expanded into the gacha space with some of the most competitive top-up pricing available for Wuthering Waves, offering savings of up to 26% compared to in-game prices. They currently hold a 4.7 rating on Trustpilot, and most top-ups are completed in under 5 minutes, which means less waiting and more time actually playing. If you want cheaper top-ups while keeping your account safe, use my link in the description and pinned comments, or use my code VeeDizzy on U7 Buy. It's a practical way to save on top-ups while supporting the channel. Spend responsibly, or don't, that part is on you. Now, back to the topic. You might be wondering where Fusion Rover fits into all this. Here is where patterns matter. Early in major arcs, we usually get multiple new characters. If we only get one, it usually means the second big addition is not a banner unit. And if it is not a banner unit, the obvious candidate is the one character every player already owns, Rover. Now let us jump to something way more interesting, the Echo sets introduced recently. In version 3.1, we got 3 new Echo sets: Sound of True Name, Chromatic Foam, and Trailblazing Star. Trailblazing Star is easy. The name alone basically screams Ameth synergy, and everything about the bonuses lines up with how that character functions. That one has a clear owner, no mystery there. Sound of True Name also seems to have a very obvious future user. The community has already connected the dots, and it lines up extremely cleanly with Sigrika's expected kit direction. Again, makes sense, feels intentional, feels planned. But then we have Chromatic Foam. And Chromatic Foam is weird, because right now it feels like a set that was designed for a mechanic that barely exists. It revolves around fusion burst interactions. And here's the problem. We do not currently have a character whose kit is clearly built around applying or abusing Fusion Burst as a core gameplay loop. In gacha design terms, releasing a gear set without a dedicated user is extremely unusual, unless that user is already in development or already in the roster, but about to be updated. Which again brings us back to Rover, because Rover is the one character that can evolve without needing banner marketing. If they add a new element path, it instantly becomes major content without requiring a second limited character slot. Now let us talk about drip marketing patterns. This is not perfect evidence, but patterns matter in live service games. Usually, when 2 new limited characters are coming, we see both of them revealed close together. There have been exceptions in the past, yes, but they tend to happen later in arcs or during transitional periods. Earlier in arcs, especially near the beginning of new story momentum, the developers usually go big. They want attention, they want hype, they want social media flooded with theory posts and panic saving guides. Only showing one character early in a fresh cycle is interesting. Because if the second major addition is Fusion Rover, they wouldn't need drip marketing at all. The story would handle the reveal, the gameplay would speak for itself, and every player logs in already owning the character. Now we get into story territory, and this is where things start getting spicy. Spoiler warning, if you have not progressed through the relevant story sections, maybe pause this video and go experience it, because honestly, the storytelling has been cooking lately. Still here? Good. Let us talk about Sigillium. Sigillium appears to be a variant or alternate state of Rover, potentially tied to past events or some form of frequency imprint. The key detail here is not just the identity connection, it is the combat presentation. Sigillium uses fusion-aligned attacks, not subtle ones either, very direct, very intentional visual language. When developers show alternate versions of a protagonist using a specific power set, historically that tends to foreshadow playable evolution paths. And if that was not enough, the scale of threats being introduced into the story is escalating hard. When you start throwing reality-bending cosmic-level threats into the narrative, protagonists usually do not respond by staying the same power level. They usually unlock something ridiculous. Which leads to my favorite speculative rabbit hole. What if Fusion Rover is not just a new element path, but comes with some kind of transformation mechanic? I'm not saying mech mode is confirmed, I'm not saying giant combat form is confirmed, but I am saying the story is leaning heavily into power amplification themes. And if certain characters can already access large-scale combat forms, it's not insane to think Rover might eventually access something similar. And thematically, it would track. The main character mirroring or surpassing the power systems around them is classic protagonist escalation design. Another interesting angle comes from Sentinel-aligned characters. There's been a loose historical trend where Sentinel Resonators and Rover element unlocks show some thematic overlap. Not a perfect rule, not a guaranteed system, but enough coincidence to raise eyebrows. If Sentinel Resonators represent elemental peaks and Rover bridges power systems, then Rover eventually matching those elements makes sense. Not guaranteed, but the pattern is there. None of this is confirmation. This is pattern stacking. When marketing timing, gear design, story hints, and release behavior lean the same direction, speculation becomes reasonable. And honestly, Fusion Rover would just be cool. Gameplay-wise, visually, and narratively, it fits where the game seems to be going. If it happens, the entire player base enters resource panic, because you cannot skip building Rover if he suddenly becomes top tier again. If it does not happen, then we all just shared high-level theory brain rot together, and that is part of live service gaming. Personally, I think the odds are higher than people expect. Not guaranteed, but high enough that stronger hints soon would not surprise me. As always, if this video resonated with you, please leave a like and subscribe. Ring that bell for massive gacha luck and maybe a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in my next video drop. Goodbye.